I'm Thomas Conlon, and I, like many others, rely on weather forecasts. The weather affects everything, from what we wear to where we live. Over the past 3 months, I've delved into a small chunk of where these weather reports come from. More specifically, storm spotting. In order to tell this story, I'm going to need somewhere to start. This'll do. Unfortunately, guys, I do have a 0% in my class. I am failing. I like how both the cameras are now behind me as I'm entering in my new password. Quiz results. 51%! That 51% just isn't going to cut it. Hard work paid off.
So the one you got 51% on.
What 51? What 51%? All I see is a certificate of completion. Let's pack up. We're headed to White Lake. Cut. Oh, no! Not my best day. We're headed out. About 20 minutes out from the National Weather Service.
I think we got good weather for it, you know? Yeah. Funny as that is, but...
It's like perfect because it's not too much where like they're gonna be shooing us out of the room so they can actually get stuff done.
But we'll get to kind of see what it looks like to monitor an actual storm.
All the training I've done to get to this point now, and just to feel really confident that I'm gonna catch them off guard with my prowess. Got to get some storms under my belt, and today'll be a good day to get one.
All right, so we are now in White Lake. We're about to turn, and you know, the more I think about it, I'm also wondering what gets people into the field.
You know, like this is a government-ran program, and so I'm wondering what gets government employees so riled up about the weather. You know,
Is the National Weather Service.
I think it's pretty cool what they do every day, and I can't wait to learn more about it from the source and see kind of what they do every day.
All right.
There it is. There's a sign.
Oh, that was it.
You would think they'd put a big sign out front.
Yeah, that's it. All right, we're here. Moment of truth.
Welcome to the National Weather Society. That's not what it stands for, is it?
Service.
My name is Andrew Arnold. I'm a National Weather Service meteorologist here in Detroit.
Okay, well, I'm Thomas. So I guess what is your actual role, and like what are some of the duties that come along with what you do here?
Yes, so as a meteorologist, part of my day-to-day is forecasting the weather here in Southeast Michigan, and that's producing a lot of the daily forecast information that you get. You know, your max temperatures, your precipitation chances, wind speeds, And then issuing any sort of watches, warnings, or advisories that come along the way there. So those are sort of the day-to-days that we have. The other part of what I like to do is working with local emergency managers and government partners and creating relationships there to where we know who they are and we have a good relationship with them, to where we can give them information to help them make decisions in their roles and jobs that they have. So that's another sort of secondary, and outreach is a lot of what I do as well. So I'm a part of the Skywarn presentation group that creates the presentation and goes out and presents it, as well as I go out and do a lot of the talks there. So I'm also involved in a lot of the outreach that occurs in the office. So it's a very wide-ranging set of the day-to-day and roles that I have here at the Weather Service.
You also, do tours on the side,
And also tours are also a part of that, yes.
How long have you been working with the NWS?
I just passed my 10 years this past January.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Time flies, I suppose. But yeah, I spent 4.5 years in Midland, Texas. That was my first office. And then I moved up into this office, into the general forecaster position. And yeah, it's been a wild ride going from West Texas, forecasting all the way to the Great Lakes forecasting.
Probably a little different weather being forecasted up here than
much
down
different.
there.
much different, yeah.
So what drew you here? What drew you to start working with the NWS and Skywarn?
Yeah, I think I've always been just kind of a weather person in general. What's really funny is I was like going through old things as a little kid, and then there's a 5th grader, project, and I was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And what's really crazy is I have put down, like, I want to work for the National Weather Service and send, like, life-saving information to people. It was like what I'm doing now. So clearly as a kid, I was always interested in weather. So like I said, the outreach I lean towards a lot. I think it's just because, I don't know, maybe I'm more of a people person than some others. So that's always fun.
Yeah, right. No, that's really cool. What kind of advice would you give to somebody who is interested in joining up and becoming, either a Skywarn spotter or work, like you, ending up becoming a National Weather Service employee?
Yeah, I mean, just I always think that it's just valuable work. Know that whatever you're doing when you're spotting out there it's actually providing good information that can help keep people safe. All the spotting that goes out, or the spotters that go out and send us reports. Again, all that information is used by more than just us, because when we get that information, that stuff goes out to both TV, it goes to local government, so they're making decisions on those storms and the severe weather that's impacting them, so they know what's going on. So just know that anybody that maybe wants to, join in on this, it's really rewarding experience.
Is there anything that you would recognize as like a good trait for a potential spotter or somebody to be working at the NWS behind the computers?
Yeah, trait. For the computers or for the spotters?
I guess either or both.
For both. Well, I mean, for being behind the computer, it's just a lot of training and knowing what to expect with the weather. Just a lot of radar interpretation knowledge into what you're seeing, at least when it comes to the weather. So, and when it comes to spotting, knowing what we need, knowing the criteria that we need for severe thunderstorm, what the criteria is for severe thunderstorms, knowing how to send us reports, and knowing the proper way the most efficient way to send it, which is that time, give us the time, event, and location. So that's one thing I would say for the spotters, and yeah. Awesome. So if you want to, you're more welcome to come on back. Absolutely. So this is where all of the forecasts are made, where the magic happens with it. So in the back there, he's down a little bit there, but we have a lead forecaster, Corey Banky, and this is Ian Lee, one of our other forecasters here. He's the lead. He's working the evening shift right now, and then Ian's on the upper air shift here in the evening, and it's also the marine desk as well. And this desk is the aviation / decision support desk. I'll say DSS a lot, or sometimes it's a big push, but it just stands for Decision Support Services, which is really just this relationship with your local core partners and stuff to give them weather information to help make decisions for public safety and the like. So,
Gotcha.
Let's see here. So this is our AWIP system, and this is what AWIP stands for. I had to go look it up again because I always forget. But it stands for the Advanced Weather Interactive Processing System. AWIPS. So we have if you tell the difference, it's a sealed room here. This is sort of our reinforced wall and safety shelter here, so it should be able to withstand a strong tornado if for whatever reason we were to get hit by one.
Wow.
So right now it's just, there was a spare computer in there, but right now it's just sort of like this office storage spot. But this is where we would seek shelter, and you can sort of feel it. It's pretty solid concrete, so if there was going to be any weather hit, that's where everybody would end up going.
Yeah, grab the door for me, please. Thank you.
How close do you think you want to get to it?
I don't know. How close can we get to it? Right.
So do you guys receive or retrieve?
We don't actually go search for them. About the number that we've been using, it's been this way for a while. About 20% of them come back.
Dear Mr. Pullman, the things I've learned along the way about the National Weather Service, Skywarn, and how to report weather have been invaluable to my training as a spotter. Now that I've passed the test and reached a point where I think I can safely go out and volunteer my time, I think I'm ready to meet some serious Skywarn spotters. Let me know if you have anyone in mind. Sincerely, Thomas Conlon.